Professor Bokpin, so that's where we are with this fascinating conundrum of a trade balance, a trade surplus that isn't reflecting on getting us to be really strong with the CD and the dollar situation. Although we tend to be exporting more, we are not seeing the benefits in our ability to hold the dollar and hold the CD. I mean, so what's your own take on this?
Yeah, so let me try and see if I can be of help here. So you were right when you presented the data from 2017. We've been, in terms of export, we are getting more than we're actually importing. Theoretically, this should contribute to the strengthening of the local currency. Definitely. But it doesn't end there, right? And the issue is not a theory. It has to do with assumptions and underlining the theory. The betrayal, okay, and why this does not translate to the strengthening of the local currency, you will find that in the other component of the balance of payment accounts, which we call services and income accounts. Mm-hmm. The services and income account has been recording huge deficits. Okay. Which more than offset the gains from the trade balance. Okay. And the net effect of that is the depreciation of the cedi. What are the question you ask yourself is, what are the things that are recorded in the services and income account? And my other colleagues here have spoken about them, right? So you realize that there's nothing Ghanaian about this Ghanaian economy. What is Ghana about this Ghanaian economy? Right? Because, when you see the services and income account recording huge deficit, negative, right? It's a reflection of the low local content in our economy, right? So, and low ownership structure in our economy. So, and I think the one who just spoke before me mentioned the ownership of the export earnings. So if you are talking about your trade balance, your balance of payment, I mean, the fact that a company is resident in Ghana here doesn't have to be a Ghanaian company. Their exports, all those things are captured. And many of these big companies, their exports are actually reflected in their foreign accounts, and it doesn't end up here actually, even though it would have been recorded in our books that we exported X amount. And all of that. Then the other issue is that when you look at the services and income account, you realize that this economy that we call ours, we are not investing in it, okay, because of the low savings rate in this country. So the economic activity, what are the factors of production? You want to talk about labor. So labor probably majority supplied by Ghanaians. But even within these multinationals and expatriates, what is the wage bill that Ghanaians command in terms of retaining something from that growth process, right? It's very small. Sometimes you can find 100 Ghanaians on the payroll and maybe 3 expatriates command like 90% of the wage bill. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's another means that these multinationals use to transfer money away, right? Then the other factor of production is capital. Because of the low savings mobilization, domestic capital formation here, we tend to rely on foreign capital in financing our growth activities. So at the end of the day, the return on the capital, which can come in the form of interest, in the form of dividend, gets repatriated. And that is what the other panelists talk about. So all these repatriation activities, transfers and all of that are not captured in the import and export balance issue, are actually captured in the services and income accounts. So at the end of the day, you have to drop down further and look at what is happening in the income and services and income account to understand why the trade balance is not reflecting in the strengthening of the local currency. Because in the services and income account, it's a huge outflow, which more than offsets the positive balance from the trade distance. And that is why we say that, look, we have just been deceiving ourselves that this is a Ghanaian economy. There's nothing Ghanaian about the Ghanaian economy, right? And at the end of the day, a good way to understand this is that we pound just enough fufu for others to go and eat because the growth is not resident here. Everything is just living, okay? Pick the lucrative sectors of this economy. Ghanaians are visibly absent or missing from that. Pick the banking industry. What is Ghanaian about the Ghanaian banking industry? Look at the players in that industry. Okay, look at telecom. Okay, look at mining. Look at oil. And I've seen the data the Guta person is talking about. If you look at the petty trading these guys do, I mean, it's less than 18%, right? And the big one, so until we take certain drastic measures, right, to increase local content in our economy, we'll keep talking about these things. And the time will come, the city will depreciate, right? Look, the city, since it was introduced in July 1965, has lost approximately 99.9999%.
Wow.
Mathematically, we just can't get to 100% because once you depreciate something by 100%, it ceases to exist.